Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard. I am Penge and welcome back to Academia School Simulator, where of course we are back at Cupboard College, and last time out it was going so well. It was going very well indeed. We put in this AV room just here, lots of students piling into this shiny new room that we've not seen before in Academia, so they get to come into here and sit and watch. I think they watch VHS kind of cassettes. They watch old videos on this tiny sort of screen here, but that's fine. They enjoy it, they learn lots of things. Well, we got ourselves a load of planning done up here for the expansion of this second building that we're trying to put together, and slowly but surely we're getting there. We're very sort of slowly building it up. Got some rooms here planned, and then a great big common area. These rooms just here have got flooring in, which is a big thing because we struggle with getting flooring in. We've seen this before. So corridor with flooring, 4 classrooms, which is what they're going to be eventually to get these students in for the next year, and a bathroom up here as well. And then we got a fence. We did some research. We got ourselves our fancy stone fence out the front to stop the kids sort of shortcutting their way across the sort of grass there and in through the side door here. So we did quite a lot of stuff. Oh yes, and Hector, the counsellor, magically cured somebody. I don't know how he did it, but he stopped them being a bully by not being near them at all, it seems. So yes, he used some sort of, I'm not entirely sure, some magic or some witchcraft or some force powers or something. I don't know, but whatever the case, Hector also, yes, sorted out a person, which is very good. So it was all looking brilliant. And then one of our teachers did something very silly. A random event popped up, and one of our teachers was caught, how do we politely put it? They were caught being a little bit too friendly with one of the students. I think that's the best way to say it. And so, yeah, we had a sort of 50-50 choice as to whether it would just go away or whether it would turn out that the teacher would get fired, and it turned out that the teacher got fired. So we had to boot one of the teachers out. It was the language teacher. So we got a new language teacher in, but of course that cost quite a bit of money, and I think it cost us 5,600 monies. So this is the new language teacher. This is Trinidad Mwe, which is a brilliant name. Yeah, so 5,600 money it cost to sign that teacher, which essentially is just 5,600 money wasted for us, really, because that other teacher should have behaved themselves. They shouldn't have been naughty. And yeah, it's obviously just replacing a lost teacher. We don't get anything extra for it. We've not bought anything exciting. We just have a new teacher that's filling a gap. He is lax, so he gives a tiny decrease to discipline in his class because he's a little bit kind of lax with his discipline, but that's fine. So yeah, we're down 5,600 monies. So we find ourselves now, after chopping down quite a lot of the bushes and the shrubs around the school, we find ourselves with only 1,352 monies. Which is a bit of a shame, because before we could have added a couple of rooms on here. We could have possibly built a little bit of the walling down here or got something else done. We could have put some nice sort of, I don't know, some plants or some trees, whatever, out on this bit here. But yeah, now we can't do that at all. We do not have enough money to get that sorted, unfortunately. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame. So let's just move time on. So what are we on? Day 6 of year 3. I mean, it's looking pretty good. Let's go and have a look actually at how the students are doing. Let's choose you. So Mila Buttrick, how are you doing? You're doing okay. Language, you're doing okay. PE, you're doing very well indeed. Now I wonder if it's because PE, we've got decent facilities. We've got ourselves a running track, and we can go outside as well onto the fields and do lots of exercise. Language, they have they've got the library. I mean, okay, there's only one library at the moment. We'll get it sorted. But then, yeah, art. There's not any art rooms. We've got no art facilities. So I wonder if that's why the art is slightly low. However, does that hold true when we click on Nohema Musica? Yes. Again, art is a little bit low. What about down here? Yeah, art seems to be the lowest one. And yes, that would make sense because we do not have any art facilities. So yeah, maybe we could look at trying to get that done, although 1,375 monies is just not enough. Right, pause time a second. So to get ourselves some extra money, what we could do is we could take down all of these extra shrubs and bushes that are in the middle of the school. And a few people say, why haven't you done that before? Why have you chosen the ones that are really far away? Why not deal with the ones that are, in the middle? So let's do that, shall we? So let's get rid of all of these plants into there. So get rid of all of those little sort of bushes, all those, and then we'll get rid of all of the ones that are in there. In effect, the blueprinted stuff, hopefully. Right, all the ones up to there. Oh no, I think I missed a few. Might have missed that one as well. And then all the ones up into there. So get rid of all of those, and that clears them out. And then do you know what as well? Because our builder guys are going to be doing nothing else. Get rid of all of the ones that are going up to there. This gives us extra money. This gives us extra funds, which is all useful. And there, and there, and get rid of those ones. And I don't think there's any down there. So that's quite a lot. That's quite a lot of things for them to get rid of. And we get $5 a pop for those. I don't quite know what we do with them. We dig them up, and then I assume we give them to somebody. Someone buys them off us. I assume we take them to a garden centre or something. I'm not entirely sure. But whatever the case, we can get money for these, which is going to be handy. And our builder folks are not doing anything else. They're just, what are they doing now? They're just sat about in the staff lounge. Brianne Twiddy and Eve Dizelle and Britt Wyborny were just sort of relaxing out in the staff lounge with nothing to do. But now they are going to work. We've given them some orders. So that's good. So they can run out and do this. So I think maybe, let's see what we can do here. So in our to-do list, we do have arts and crafts. That's a thing that we could do. It's going to give us $5,000 up front and give us $2,500 when it's completed. 20 prestige, which could be quite nice because we are coming up to sort of the end of the school year. But we do have to research liberal arts and then build an art room as well. So how much is liberal arts? I'm gonna take a guess that it's about $5,000, but let's have a little look. Go across to here. $4,000. Oh, so we'll have $1,000 spare. Oh, do you know what? Yeah, go on then. Let's have a go at this. Let's try and get ourselves an art room in. And maybe we can just try and haul everybody's art scores up a little bit. Because they are a bit low. They're a little bit rubbish. However, thinking about it, I wasn't planning on putting art buildings in here. Because this is going to be the library. So this is going to be a huge library. Okay, a little common area down here. Toilet possibly over there. AV room. I was thinking of maybe having multiple AV rooms along here. So we can get multiple classes in using an AV room at the same time. And that's okay. So this is going to be the kind of... This is going to be where they have the books and the videos, and you're sitting and you're learning and that kind of stuff in these bits. And maybe we have another building up here, which is where we do our other stuff. So we have ourselves our sort of arty building up here. So maybe this is where we have music and art and the other things that they learn. What are the other things they do? Music and art and, history. Oh, science. Oh, yeah, well, maybe we want science somewhere else as well. Maybe we have science in a completely different area, say over here, perhaps. So yeah, I kind of want to split it up. So again, we don't want to stick everything into one building. So maybe we have another building over here. We try and get it we'll get it blueprinted out. And maybe this could be our sort of arts building over here with, again, a number of rooms that can be classrooms eventually when we get there. Maybe that's what we do. Let's give that a go, shall we? Right, so arts and crafts. Yes, please. I mean, will we get this complete? I do not know. I mean, first things first is research. Liberal arts. There we go. Thank you very much. Right, so we need to get that done anyway. So we might as well wait for that to tick through. How long is that going to take? 4 hours. Oh, that will be done by the morning of day 7. Okay, that's going to take a little while, but okay, that's fine. We can wait. And of course, tomorrow, by the time tomorrow rolls round, we will get an extra $4,000. Which might be quite handy. That might be quite handy to help us get some more stuff constructed and what have you. So there we go. A student is confessing their love. Let's see if it works. I mean, there are 3 kind of people involved in this, but okay. Oh, there's some people that are happy. Louisa Dwight, and I can't click on the other one, and Keena, maybe? Keena Myron. They're all delighted with each other. Does it say in love with Keena Myron? That is lovely. Oh, look, someone's serenading them. Someone's just come in with his guitar and he's just giving them a little bit of serenading. There you go, Augustus Futral. Oh, that was nice. Well, that was lovely. Well done, Augustus. A little bit of musical sort of accompaniment to their romance there. That was very kind of you. Okay, right, yeah, let's move time on. Let's get this liberal arts thing done. Okay, it's done. A little bit did pop up afterwards, so it's unlocked the next research thing. And the next research thing that we can unlock following getting the liberal arts one done is called experimentation. I mean, that sounds a little bit sinister, doesn't it? I think I'm going to hope that it just unlocks the science rooms. Yeah, indeed. It sounds a little bit sinister. Yes, okay, experimentation is unlocked. That kind of thing. I mean, what are we going to do to the poor kids? But no, it is just getting science rooms in. Okay, we'll get there at some point. So, we get ourselves, what have we got? $3,500 now. Just from dismantling shrubbery and just selling it on to a garden centre that is now probably very sick of all of the shrubs that we're sending that way. But there we go. So if we move time on a bit more, by the time we get to 7, we should get paid. There we go. So we've got £7.5 grand. That looks immediately healthier. Another student is confessing their love. Good grief. There is something in the water. So let's maybe plan our new building over here. So this is our path thing. So let's go to the lovely blueprint tool. So we want the path to kind of come out. I think maybe we will have ourselves a path coming along here. So how about we want a little gap. I want a little gap where we can have sort of plants and things around the edge of these buildings to make it look pretty. So we'll have the path coming out like this. And then if we put that there, the path can join up here like this. Right, so drag that all the way across there. So that is going to be all just a great big path. It's going to be very expensive to get all this in. But there we go. So we've got a little bit of a gap. And then I want to get our building in, maybe over here somewhere. I would like a little bit, maybe just here, because we do have, in the objects bit, we do have a flagpole. And I think that's going to be quite a central thing. I kind of thought about putting it here, but I don't think it goes kind of there. I kind of want a bit maybe up here, where we have just a little area where there's some nice plants and some nice trees and things like that, and some seats perhaps, or outside seats. I don't know if we have them or not, I'm not sure, but like a little area here, all grassy with some nice walls or whatever, and then we could put the flagpole in the middle. So there you go, an infinitely fluttering flag for your school. Win not required. Oh, okay, that's quite handy. So yeah, I kind of want that in this little area here. So how about we just sort of zone that out in the blueprint tool? So let's just say, I don't know, floor. Let's just say, okay, it can be a floored area. So 10 by 10. Let's make it 12 by 12. So we'll have a nice area here with the flagpole in the middle and various other sort of things around and plants and stuff to make it look really nice. Yeah, do we want that actually? If we do want to have walls around the edge. Hang on. Right, hang on. Get rid of that. Remove this, remove this. This is why I should never have access to planning tools, because I just change the plans all the time. Okay, floor outline. Let's go like that. Let's have it 12 by 12, like so. And then we can have, and obviously this can change, but we'll have a couple of ways into this sort of little area in here. Maybe we'll have a bit there like that, and a bit there like that, and a bit there like that. Something like that, maybe. They're not quite the same. But do you know what? That's going to annoy me. Hang on a minute. Changing the plans. One there, and then a gap of 2, and then one there, and a gap of 2, and one there. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, okay, so like that. So the path can then lead into this nice area. We can have some walls or some planters or whatever. Okay, and then we want to actually get the rest of this whole building sorted. So we'll have ourselves a little bit of a gap around the edge, again, to put some nice sort of plants and things to make it look pretty, because we want this to look nice. So if we start building there, just have a gap of 1 tile around the edge, that'll be fine. So if we start putting something here, say, and then go across like that to say there, maybe, there's a gap of 2. So bring that up like that. So how are we going to do this? So we're going to need a corridor sort of coming in through this way, possibly. Might a corridor going in that way. But then how are we then going to manage this? So yeah, so if we have, I mean, we can go upwards. We can go up. There's nothing to stop us building any higher. And we haven't seen this yet, but there is land to buy. And I believe you buy the land in different sections. So I think you buy a bit of land here first. I think you buy it in order as well. So you can't choose which bit of land you get. When you get buy land, you buy bit of land number 1 first, then number 2. I think bit of land number 1 is here from what I remember of the screenshots. But I think bit of land number 2 is this bit here. So we could always expand upward if we want to. But yeah, this could be quite good. So how about we have ourselves, it could go all the way to the top for now, because we don't need anything else up there. So what if we then built a big long bit across here? And again, we're going to have to try and just sort of shoehorn in the art room for now. It's just going to have to sit here on its own, and we'll try and build this up. And then, yeah, we could do the corridor maybe going across, no, maybe not across the top. Let's run the corridor bit across the middle. So what if we then had a bit like that? That could be a big room. I mean, is that a bit big for a classroom? How high were the classrooms again? Remind me. They were 9 high, and that is 9. This could be perfect. Right, hang on a minute. Let's get the object outline to do that. That could be the path going into the door. Yes, if only we had infinite money to make this work. If only. Okay, and then how wide are those classrooms? Because they're quite good. 7. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So just there, next to that shrub thing, that little bush, we can put a bit going up. Okay, that's fine. We can do that. So that goes up there. So that could be a classroom, because we do need to make sure that also we put classrooms into each of our blocks. Otherwise, we're going to just end up with loads of fancy rooms, but then, yeah, we can not have any money for extra any space for extra students to come in. So, yeah, we've got one extra lot of classrooms up here. This is planning way into the future, by the way. This is way off into the future. We're nowhere near getting this stuff in now, but I think we need to plan it to make sure we build everything else correctly. So then let's just push that along there, get ourselves in 4 more classrooms along here. So yes, the gap is, what was it again? Guess your brain. 7. Okay, right. So let's get 3 more of those classrooms in across the top. There we go. So 4 classrooms and an extra room over here. This could be a toilet, because I think we need to get a toilet in each building. Otherwise, if the students in a particular building need the loo, they're going to have to go outside and wander around and go to other toilets. And that's going to be time consuming, and it might make them a bit sad and all that kind of stuff. So we want to make sure that there are toilets near our students, so it's convenient and timely for them. And of course, that's going to be more important when we take out all of the shrubs, all of the little bushes that we take out. That's places where they go to the toilet, I think, if they can't actually make it to an existing one. So if they can't get to a loo, they just run out over here and use the local vegetation, and that's what they do. But if they're all gone, then yes, I imagine they'll just, I don't know what they'll do, hold it or just have an accident, an embarrassing accident, I don't know. But whatever the case, this can be a toilet, or one of these rooms can be a toilet. So now we need to figure out how we can get the sort of fancy rooms into here. So they're classrooms, that's going to be a loo, that's okay. Do we need to then get these bits here set up as the art rooms and the music rooms, I believe, as well? So yeah, we need to see how big that AV room is. So back to the blueprint tool. Let's get the ruler. How long is that? That is 11. I think that is way longer. Oh, no, that is 11. This is all falling perfectly into place. This is wonderful. Okay, so how wide is that room? That is 6 wide. So if we had, say, a room that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so drew a thing up there, that could be an art room or a music room or whatever. If we just put them along here, said, right, there's another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So another bit up there. So there's another one of those. And then, oh no, let's get another one in as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and up. Oh my goodness me. That fits perfectly. So we could have music room, art room, music room, art room, that kind of thing. We might also need common area up here as well. Common area just for the kids to relax in and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm liking that. That's looking very good. Okay, but we need to get one of these buildings in. One of these rooms, sorry, in. We need to get a room in because we currently have our thing up here, our arts and crafts grant, and we want to get the prestige and possibly more importantly, the money from this. So we might just need to build a room, say just here, stick a path leading to it, which might be quite expensive. I suppose right now, we could just put the path going up here and then have a door just there. And eventually, when this building is constructed, we will then reverse the door to point it into the corridor. But, with what we've got now, I think that's probably achievable to get that constructed, path coming into it, doorway over here. We'll see how we get on. But there we go. That might be what we do. We do need to think about the common area over here. I mean, are we going to want to have some extra of those rooms in? I kind of think we might want to. We might want to have more of those. What if we had, that would be, what if we had an extra 2 of those, just the space to do it? So a bit up like that. And then, oh no, hang on a minute, that's not going to work, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there. So like that. So an extra couple of those. We could have 3 art and 3 music. And then this whole bit here, this could just be a great big common area. Take that out, take that out. That's a big common area. I like that over there. And then, yeah, we've got a main corridor going to the middle, the special classrooms, the regular classrooms, toilet, common area. Yes. Okay, that looks good. I like the look of that. And then over here somewhere, we could have a science block, and that could have the science rooms in, and the computing the computer labs, whatever they call them in this. Okay, right, it's looking good. I'm liking this. I'm now intrigued as to how we do the buying land thing. I'm now intrigued. But of course, I think we need a lawyer for that. I think we need a lawyer, and I don't think we have one of those yet. So yeah, we can't do that right now. But yeah, I like that plan. Right now, though, we just need to make sure that we have one room set up. Now, of course, this does lead us to the question of what do we want this building to look like? Our main building has lovely red brick. This building here, the new building, which is not entirely complete, I'll be honest, that's got stone walls. What do we do for this building? what is going to be the best? So we've got wooden walls, which is okay. I mean, I kind of think fire risk, but okay. Yeah, we're not building the science block with wooden walls. I think that would be that would be foolish. Let's have a look at walls then. Yeah, tile walls just seems a bit weird. Or we could just go for a lovely sort of colourful kind of building. I mean, yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I think we go for wood. Wood might be quite nice for over here. That might be quite lovely. If you're doing music and stuff and you're doing arts, a lovely wooden walled kind of building, that might inspire. So let's go for that, shall we? So this is going to be very costly. This wall is so homey. Oh, that's nice. So yeah, this is going to be expensive just to get the wall in, let alone anything else. We need to zone this out as a proper room and everything. So there we go. So that room is going to be in, and then we need to get ourselves some flooring to lead up to that. So we've got this flooring going round, so we'll keep on with the paver floor, I think. Now, how expensive is that going to be? I'm only doing one strip of it at the minute. 320, and then going over to 360, and then leading up to a door just there in the middle. Yeah, this is going to be quite expensive, isn't it? Particularly when we apply the floor to it as well. Okay. Never mind, just to check, it is an art room, isn't it? Yeah, an art room. Okay. Art room, please. Right, zone that out. What does it need? It needs to be indoors. Yep, gotcha. Easels, art shelves, and chalkboards. Okay, that's fine. Oh, and do you know what it does need? Do you know what it needs? It needs a door. That's what it needs. That's probably more important, because otherwise we know what our builders are going to do. They're going to get stuck. Okay, right. So put that in there. Let's get the builder folks to do that, because they probably have nearly finished taking down the bushes there. They've left one just there for no apparent reason. Cancel that and then order that you dismantle that again. And there we go. So wooden walled building is going in. A new building area. Then they can get on with the paths, hopefully. Right, there we go. So that's in. They've started... Oh, no, they're starting on the path down here. Okay, that's fine. You crack on. And then take out that plant, please. You left that plant behind, and I'm not entirely sure why. Why have you left that one? Are you still going to leave it? A student has been set straight by counselling. Good job. No, there we go. It's gone. So we still have 3,430 monies left. We will see that rapidly deplete as we put in the floor. Let's go and see what floor we would like in here. I'm thinking, yeah, the Versailles floor. That would work well with an art room, wouldn't it? It sounds all kind of fancy schmancy. So there we go. So put that in. We don't have a lot of money left now. And then we want to get objects in here into an art room. We're going to build it the right way round, so as though this exists. So everyone's going to be facing toward the door as you come in, because in reality, when all this is done, the door's going to be here and people are going to come in and this door's not going to exist. And so everyone will be facing this way. So we'll just get everything facing this way anyway. So the chalkboard can be at the end of the room, like that. Do we put it there? Let's put the chalkboard there, and then we can have an art shelf just there. And maybe we have another art shelf. Hang on, we need to get ourselves quite a few of these easels in, don't we? Oh no, don't tell me we can't have the easels facing the right way. Oh no, we can't have them facing downwards. They have the easel sort of on that angle, the easel on the other side, or the easel kind of at the top facing down. We don't have it looking the other way. Okay, fine. Well, that's what we're going to have to deal with. So let's get 4 of those in. That's 8. Oh no, we're not going to have enough room. It's going to be a very busy art room. What's that? Yeah, that's not enough. That's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, hang on a minute. Funds are running out. Okay, right. Let's leave that for now. Let's nullify. Oh, is that going to nullify the floor? Nullify all of the things we just bought, not the floor. Don't nullify the floor. I want to keep the floor. Okay, hang on a minute. Build floors, Versailles flooring. Put all the flooring in, please. Right, get all that done, and we'll come back and have a look at the art room later. Yeah, we want to get ourselves 20. I mean, yeah, what's the most? We've got 25, haven't we, in one of our classes? But we can have up to 26. So we need to make sure that we've got 26 easels in an art room. That's going to be quite a tricky thing because they're relatively small. Okay, a random event. Please don't fire one of our teachers. We will be in trouble. Okay, one of your former students was involved in a crime. Oh, good. So you regret they turned to a life of crime, but there's not much you can do. 100% chance that we lose 20 prestige. That is unfortunate. Also a bit harsh. A little bit harsh that one of our former students was involved in a crime and now we lose prestige. That's not my fault anymore. They're a former student. They're out there. They're doing whatever they do. I'm not responsible for them anymore. Or we can pay 500 monies. We bail the former student out of jail, hoping they'll turn their life around. There's only a 50% chance of losing 20 prestige. I think we invest the 500 monies because prestige is quite hard to get. We'll get the 500 back and another 2.5 grand as well on the next day. But the prestige is harder to come by. So let's have a go. Let's spend a bit of money and see if it works. And there we go. The thankful but confused alumni is let out on bail. Okay, there we go. Right, so we didn't lose it in the end, but we have lost ourselves 500 monies. Okay, never mind. We just have to deal with that. Okay, right, so I like the plan. I like the plan. I'm not such a fan of the fact that we've not got loads of money, but never mind, we'll have to deal with that. So yeah, this is going to be a slow process of getting all of this stuff in. It might take many, many years for us to get all this in. Now, of course, there is the thinking that we go, okay, but we set these up as classrooms. That's fine. They have the chairs, they have the desks, all that kind of stuff. We set that up as a bathroom. That will all be good. A load of extra students will bring in a load of extra money. But of course, a load of extra students means we have to get a load more teachers. And the more teachers, there are more wages to pay. So it kind of balances itself out a little bit, I suppose. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens when we get all the students in there. Hopefully we get more money per day. But yeah, right now, let's wait for it to roll over to the start of day 8. We'll see how much money we've got. And we'll see if we can get ourselves a load of easels in this room. I'm not that bothered if they're all crammed in. I'm genuinely not bothered. As long as everybody can have an easel, as long as all of the easels are in this room and they all fit, that should be fine. Okay, so it's 7 a.m. on the next day. We get paid our monies. Right, so we've got 4.5 grand. To have a look at this and see if we can make this work. So what do we need? Let's have a little look at our reports. So yeah, 26 seats. So I'd hope that we never have any more than 26 students in a class. Oh, and look at that. When it goes up to 25, when the class size leads up to 25, you don't get your teaching bonus. Class size of 24, you get a +1 bonus. That's quite nice. Class size of 25, you do not get that teaching bonus. That's why you want to keep class sizes relatively small. But yeah, okay, I mean, yeah, one more on each. That's very unfortunate. Okay, right, so easels. How can we do this? So what's that? That is, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6, 12, 18, 24. So it fills it up. It's a busy room. It's a very, very busy room over there. And then we've got room for... How weird that you can just build one right next to the other ones, maybe because they're not in yet. And then, yeah, I mean, do we just put a couple more in front of there, in front of the supplies bit? So that should be, hang on, 6, 12, 18, 24, 25, 26. So that's 26 easels. Okay, what I'm thinking now is I don't like the way that that room is now looking because they have to look upwards. And the thing here is at the back. The chalkboard, which presumably has instructions on it, is at the back. I think we get rid of that and we also dismantle that and that like so. So take those apart. There we go. We get the money back from them. So the art room still is not complete. Sorry, people. And then go back into here. So then get the art shelf. Right, chalkboard goes at the front. That makes perfect sense. Can we have an art shelf, say, just there? And then, of course, we're going to have a door over here at some point. And then... stack all the easels in like this. So look a bit weird coming in now because you're going to walk in and look like you're blocked by a load of easels. But that's fine. So 6, 12, 18, 24, 25, 26. You've got yourself a chalkboard there and then a bit of a gap for the door eventually when we get one in. Okay, right. That looks good. Right, okay. Little builder people, run in and do your stuff. And the builders are still building the easels, but the kids are running in because they just cannot wait to do some art. Look at that. So they run up, they get their paints and their pencils or whatever they've got, their crayons or I don't know, what else do they use? Sort of fancy stuff. I know, charcoals and pastels and things. I don't know. I never did art. I'm terrible at art. But yeah, they're getting all this stuff and in they come and they're doing lots of drawing and they are drawing things. Oh, yes. Now, they did do this before, but I don't think there were these things. I don't think they had this range of art before last time I played Academia. Now, I recognise some of them. That's the Scream, or a version of. That's the thing from the Sistine Chapel, is it? That's just sort of, I don't know what the type of art is, but, not actually of a thing. They're not painting a thing. They're doing impressionist, is it? I don't know. That's just two colours with some angles on it. That's some person. I don't know who that is. I'm not entirely sure what that scene is depicting there. I don't know what that is. That's Starry Night, I think. Don't know what that is. Castle type thing. That's a chap with an aeroplane crashing into his neck. I don't know what's going on there either. But there we go. So yeah, they are actually drawing things. And yeah, they are picking up, if we look, they are picking up packs of things. So yeah, they've got something there. Look, they've grabbed a load of things. That's quite good. So yeah, so these people here, so Gracilia and Britt and Ben. Oh no, Ray is painting right now. Okay, Ray, what are you going to paint with your kind of spooky, disembodied hand there holding a paintbrush? What wonderful piece of art are you going to create? Yeah, it's not ideal that it's right up there, is it? But I don't think the kids care. I don't think there is any room size penalty. I think the kids just learning about doing the art. Let's have a little look. They've done some of the stuff. Okay, Mona Lisa and, what's that called? Woman with the pearl earring? Or something like that. There's a wave. I'm sure that's famous as well. I think I have seen that before. I think I've seen that in Civilization. I think that's one of the works of art you can create in Civilization 6. But yeah, there we go. So the art room is in and they are doing many, many things. Lots of different arts. There's one there that I don't recognise. But there we go. We've got that in and it should have paid out. I believe that should be completed. Yes. And we've got 876 prestige now, which is wonderful. And yeah, about £6,000, which is no bad thing. That's not a bad thing at all. Okay, so now let's see. Let's see if we can just increase the size of this path a little bit. Just because we've got a tiny bit of money left. Let's get that done for now. And then I kind of think we need to save some money to get chairs and things sorted for the new classroom. So the students coming in actually have somewhere to sit and all that. Because that's probably quite important. So outdoors, let's get the paver floor. Let's just sort of bring that down a bit. It's not actually that expensive. It's not too costly at all. Okay, right. Well, there you go, builder folks. You get that done. And there we go, all sorted. I've taken the blueprinting bit off as well, so it looks a little bit sort of nicer to view. And there we go, the art room is in, and it is looking very, very good indeed. I do like that. That's very good. Now, there was something I realised, just as I was waiting for them to do that I did look at last time, and we didn't actually go and research, but I wonder if it's worth doing. The thing is it going to be worth doing this research now and spending a bit of money on it and not having enough money left to finish this bit off over here? But it could save us money in the long run. Let's have a look. So research, if we go here, leftovers. We looked at this before. To increase food production by 100%. If they're increasing food production by 100%, that's twice the amount of food, they are presumably going to not order in as much food. And we spend quite a bit of money on that because, as we've seen before, our sort of principal guy is the doctor, and not the doctor. He is Mr. D. Hauser. He's not the doctor, but he's a doctor. And yeah, he likes the organic food. He likes all the lovely, super healthy organic food, but it's very expensive. So if we maybe get that, that might save us some money on the food stuff each day, because we do pay quite a bit on food. Let's see if we can find where it is. Food ingredients, 960 per day we spend on that. That's quite a chunk of money going on food. So I wonder if it is worth getting that in sooner rather than later, or do we leave it for a bit, basically run it through to the end of this year, I would have thought. We're not going to be able to do much else, and then get these rooms sorted out for the new students that could come in for year 4. Maybe we do that. Maybe we just leave it running. Do you know what? That's what we'll do. We'll get the sort of leftover stuff for next time. I think next year, early on, so in year 4, we'll get that done. We'll get that sorted. Because, yeah, that if we get it right at the start as well, that'll be 9 days that we might be saving money on food. So in the long run, we will probably make a profit on that. So yeah, we're going to pay a little bit up front to get that research done. But then, yeah, in the long run, it will save us money. Random event, please don't cost us any money. Oh no, no, what is wrong with our teachers? A teacher has been accused by parents of spanking their child with a paddle? What? What insanity is this? They're demanding that you fire the teacher or they will sue. Oh my goodness me. Right, this could be a huge problem. So here we go. You side with the teacher, that student needs some discipline. There is a 60% chance that one student will leave and we get 25 prestige. I cannot, in all good consciousness, do that. I can't side with a teacher that's spanking a child with a paddle. Not the 1950s. What's going on? However, there is a 60% chance that we get 25 prestige. However, we lose one of our teachers. You side with the parents and fire the teacher. Corporal punishment is barbaric. There's a 60% chance we get 25 prestige from that. And then we haven't got the lawyer. We don't have a lawyer. Again, the lawyer is actually looking to be a pretty good bet. A lawyer looks like quite a useful thing to have on board. I kind of dismissed them at the start, going, we don't need a lawyer, but they actually are looking like they might be quite useful for dealing with lots of these random events. It would cost us $2,500, but it would go away. The whole issue would go away, and there's only a 10% chance that we lose some prestige. So this, now see, in terms of the actual game, this is probably not so bad. Student leaves. There's a 60%. There's only a 60% chance that the student leaves, and we might get 25 extra prestige. But I can't in good consciousness do that. So my own morals are going with this. You side with the parents and fire the teacher, because that's wrong. You, in this day and age, you don't spank children with paddles. That's just weird. So I'm going to have to do this, even though we lose a teacher, and we might possibly get a bit of prestige from it. We are definitely going to lose a teacher, which is very unfortunate. But I can't go with that. Even though the in-game thing is far, the punishment, if you like, is lighter, we might get a student leave. I can't do it. I can't do it. Just morally, that's just bereft. So here we go. Let's see what teacher we lose. And are we going to get ourselves 25 extra prestige? No. People think you made a hasty decision and that you may pay the consequences. So we didn't lose any prestige, but we now are a teacher down. Okay, which teacher did we lose? We lost the science teacher. I don't know who that was. Right, have we got a science person here? You teach history, you teach math, and you teach language. Well, of course we don't have a science teacher available. That's one of the good ones anyway. Right. We don't have a science teacher. We are now going to need our builder folks to go and sort of chop down some more bushes, please. Come on, here we go. Let's do this. Now, see, this is all very different for academia. I don't remember losing teachers before in previous runs of academia. I don't think it happened. I don't think that was a thing that happened in academia. So yeah, this is all new and different. Okay, do you know what? Let's just get that whole bit zoned out. Do that. Take all the shrubbery down, all the plants. There we go. And a tiny bit just there. And that will be it. So all those things will be gone. But we do now need to get ourselves an extra teacher in. So what we need to do, we need to get a bit of money in first. We need to get a bit of money because we will not be able to hire the teacher. So we can refresh that list for 200 money. But that'll be it. We won't be able to do anything else. We can't actually hire the teacher because their hiring costs are too much. So yes, we need to wait for the builders to take down some of these plants, sell them off to the garden centre, and then we'll see what we can do with the teachers. Okay, we have nearly $6,000. Now, there is a bit of an issue with this because we go to here, we can't have any of these teachers, so we need to find more. That costs us $200. But then, of course, if we have to keep doing that in order to find a half-decent science teacher, we're then going to spend too much money and then not have enough money for their hiring bonus sort of thing. So we need to hope really, really hard that when we press this button, a good science teacher is going to appear in this list of teachers. So here we go. Find more. Please bring in some science teachers. And there is a thing we can research which actually gets this, it improves this process a little bit. I think it makes that cheaper, and I think it brings in better teachers as well. It might be worth researching that. I mean, yeah, we're going through teachers at the moment, so we might need to have a look at that. So here we go. So what do you teach? You teach PE, you teach science. Only 51, so not exactly in the 60s compared to some of our other teachers. Yeah, all the other teachers, you've got 55. Yeah, so our art teacher is the worst currently. Michaela Devine is the worst teacher. So yeah, that would make Hong Tut the worst teacher. But I think it's better than having somebody who's, I mean, yeah, there probably are other science teachers. But let's have a look. So yeah, I mean, yeah, science of 26. So I think, you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. I think we have to have you as our science teacher. The other one's left in disgrace. So here we go. Let's spend another 5,500. Oh, you're a tiny bit cheaper. So in total, this year, of this school year, so year 3, we will have spent about 11 grand on hiring teachers that we didn't actually need to do. 11 grand. We could have built up loads of extra school bits with 11 grand, but there we go. Right, so let's hire you back into the science thing, and then it's going to go, warning, your funds are running low. I know they're running low. It's all fine. Okay, right, let's let the builders do this. I think we'll just run it on. We'll just run it on until the end of day 9, until the end of the year, because we've got nothing else much to do. We've got nothing to do. So, day 8 is pretty much done. We'll go through the final day, and then we'll see how the students do, see what money we get. And then we need to get some things in here as well, don't we? We need to get that sorted in the build phase as well. But yeah, let's just run it through to the end of day 9. I like the fact that the art room is used by the students in their own time. So these are the people that have arrived very, very early indeed. And they've come into the art room and they're just doing some art. So rather than just sitting about in the common area, and I don't know what they do in the common area, but, just sort of lounging around, they can go over into the art room. I think as well they can go over into the library as well, can't they? They can use the library. So they can go into there. So yeah, they've got a few extra areas now. So they don't just have to sort of sit about doing nothing. They actually do have some extra areas where they can go and do some more stuff. And that's quite good. So yeah, I'm quite glad the art room is an extra place where they can go and just do some, I don't know, what do they call it? Extracurricular kind of activities. Oh, and it's really busy. It's also very dirty. It's very dirty in the art room. Hopefully we can get a janitor on that at some point. But yeah, that is a bit of a mess. Oh, well, there's something we need to fix right now. Oh dear, a bit of an error by me there. So yeah, when we selected all of these bushes to be dismantled and sold off, we also selected this bit here. This bit of path here was selected. So yeah, I think I'll get rid of that. Please do not dismantle the path, builders. You can take down all of the plants, but leave the path where it is. There we go. Yeah, that would have been a bit annoying, wouldn't it? And I think, were they getting round to that? I think we might have just caught that in the absolute nick of time. Okay, wonderful. Right, well done, well done. There we go. So we're slight sort of annoyance averted there. Oh no, there's another random event. Please don't cost us another teacher. Please don't cost us another teacher. The teacher you fired. Oh, right. There are repercussions. The teacher you fired files a lawsuit against the school claiming unlawful termination. You were hitting the children with a paddle. Yeah, maybe if you go back 70 years, you'll be fine. But no. Oh no, this is terrible. Oh, this is terrible. Okay, so we can't do this because we don't have enough money. We don't have 5 grand to settle outside of court. That would have given us a 20% chance to only lose 20 prestige. We either have the choice of pay 500 monies and take them to court. There is a 50% chance that we lose 10 grand. We don't have 10 grand to lose. What happens then? Or we spend 100 of our precious prestige to use our influence to persuade the teacher that this is not a good idea. And then there is an extra 30% chance we might lose another 100. So we could lose 200 prestige or spend 500 and maybe have a 50-50 chance of beating them in court and not suffering any financial loss. Or if we lose, we have to pay out 10 grand. Now, I think academia does have a thing where if you go bankrupt, the council sort of step in, don't they? The local government or whatever give you a bit of money to just help you through. I think that used to be the case. I don't know if it still is the case. I can't do that. I can't do that. That's bad. That's really bad. That's just, we take so long to earn all the prestige. It takes absolutely ages, and we do all the little sort of to-do list things. All the grants get us like 20 and 30 here and there. So I think to lose possibly 200, that's huge. Let's go for this. Let's pay 500. Let's take them to court. 50-50 chance on whether we win or we lose, and it costs us 10 grand. Here we go. I've pressed the button and the court has decided in our favour. Phew. Okay, right, lovely. We have dodged an absolute bullet there. Okay, right, lovely. Again, it's costing us money. Those random event things are costing us quite a bit of cash. Whilst time has been passing by, I've had a little look at these students and how well they're doing. And a lot of them now have very, very high art scores. Like this person here, Rosaria, has 95 in art. Yours is 89. Yours is 100. Yours is 73. So not brilliant, but not everybody can be good at everything. Yours is 100 in art. So maybe putting in our art room really did help. And a lot of the scores that are lower now are math and science. I mean, not all of them, obviously, because you sometimes get people that have got really good skills in certain things. Yeah, like this person here, brilliant at math, but terrible at art. So yeah, not everybody's good at everything, but it does seem to me that math and science are the lower ones from all the ones or the kids that we've just gone and sort of looked at. Yeah, math there. And that kind of, again, tallies up because we don't have the specialist math room, which I would assume is the sort of computer lab, and we don't have the science rooms in either. So that would sort of make sense, but that's looking very good. That is looking very good indeed. So yeah, I think at the end of this year, I think we'll see some pretty good results. Again, I don't think everybody will pass. I don't think we'll have a 100% pass rate, but I don't think we'll be too far off. I was just going to say, and all of the plants have been removed. Hooray, there are no more plants left. But no, look, across the road, there are many plants, and I think we can sell those. So there we go. So there's a final few bushes for the builder folks to go and get rid of. I don't know if they'll get rid of them before the end of the day. I'm not entirely sure. I think they might go home before those last ones are done. But yeah, we're not too far off. Hang on, can they do it? There's 3 more to remove. Oh no, there's one more. There's one in the corner and it's gone. There we go. So they did it just in time. Splendid. So now there are no sort of bushes that were there at the start of the game anyway on the actual map anymore. There's none of those. We've got our own little things here, our own little planters and stuff, but there's no actual bushes anywhere left on the map. I'm pretty sure. I mean, there might be one that they've decided to ignore, but I can't see one right now. Okay, here we go. So, final exams are currently ongoing. How are we going to do? Let's have a little look. Please do well, please do well. We were 721st, were we last time? 624th. We've maintained our rank. Well, we've gone up, I think. See if we can do better next year. All right, that was quite a leap. That was about 100 spaces, I think. So, okay, here we go. So, the Intelligence Institute are still ahead of us, but not by very much. 951 prestige as opposed to 969 prestige. Ooh, right. We would have been ahead of them, but cleanliness got an F. Oh dear, that is terrible. Cleanliness got an F, which cost us 50 prestige. And cost us 500 monies. Okay, right. So the school is a little bit filth laden. Okay, that's fine. We can sort that out. We can hire some janitors and stuff. Yeah, that's not good, is it? That's not good to see. So yeah, if we hadn't have got that, even if we just got a neutral kind of no prestige, we would have been ahead of our enemy there. We would have been ahead of our rival school, the Intelligence Institute. How did the kids do? 94% pass rate. So all the freshmen passed. 1 sophomore failed. 1 junior failed. 4 seniors failed. Now this is interesting because how does this, I mean, are we going to have lots of extra seats? Do we need lots of extra seats now? Oh, I'm not entirely sure. Okay, exam results. How well did we do? So Lance Mway, you're an Mway. Are you related to Trinidad Mway, the teacher that we've got? I assume you might be. Okay, so yeah, you were very close. You were very close. You weren't great, were you? You were pretty close on science. Some of the ones you struggled with. And then, 4 over here. So you were quite unfortunate. You weren't particularly great. You were 1 mark off in language and you would have been absolutely fine. Okay, and down here, you were a little way off. Okay, right, well, there we go. That's absolutely fine. So, 94% pass rate. I'll take that, and we get ourselves 75 extra prestige and 4.5 grand in cash for all of these various bits and bobs. Passing rate good. Delinquency, I'm quite happy with that. Okay, and we've got some achievements. We've recently completed Cafeteria Owner. We earned 50 grand from a cafeteria. Really? Oh, that must have been across all of our playthroughs. I was going to say, we haven't earned 50 grand from it this time round. Good grief. Okay, right, well, there we go. So, we have let ourselves down a bit with cleanliness, but we know that's an issue now, so we can try and sort that out next year. Okay, right, well, let's go to the next school year. Let's begin year 4 and go to the build phase. Okay, so we have $9,628 to sort out these classrooms up here, which I think will be absolutely plenty. I think we can get 4 classrooms all sorted out with the seats and the teacher desks and all that kind of stuff all set up here for that money. And we might have a little bit left over as well. Maybe we could sort out that a little bit, put some toilets or whatever in there. But also we need to look at cleaners as well. We need to make sure that the place is a bit clean. I'm not entirely sure what is particularly dirty. I mean, the outside is dirty. But, I mean, that's mud. That's just mud. You can't say, right, the mud there is very muddy. That's it. There's a terrible school, because mud is muddy. That's kind of the nature of it. So it seems a bit harsh if we're actually getting penalised for these things here, like footprint dirt. This room here is an absolute tip. This is a sty. The art room is horrific, and yeah, that does need looking at. But yeah, so we do need to sort the cleanliness out. So maybe we get ourselves an extra janitor or two. And they are a bit cheaper because of the principal. So, yeah, there's plenty for us to do. But we shall do all that kind of stuff next time out, I think. Because, yeah, we'll finish up for now. Seems like a pretty good point to sort of stop playing for the moment. So next time when we come back, we'll get all this sort of stuff sorted up here. We will get our admissions in and get all the new students in. And then we'll begin the new year and see what we can do from there. Hopefully you are still enjoying this. If you are, then please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And also, if you are not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with how we get on here next time out in Academia School Simulator. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. This robotic arm has salmonella on it. Okay, so we've got two things that are diseased. Be warned about Tutorial Robot. He's all sort of retro and adorable. I think he wants to destroy humanity. Hungry humans, come and order some food. 74% efficiency. Oh my goodness. Wow. There he is. There's a murderous robot face.